Digitalisation, decarbonisation and attracting talent. These were some of the key themes discussed at Singapore's annual Maritime Week. Kenneth Lim joins us now for more insight on how to advance the global shipping sector. He's the Assistant Chief Executive of Industry at the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore. So how will port digitalisation actually help with the industry's goals, to become more environmentally sustainable in the short and long term?
Thank you. Today really marks the end of the Singapore Maritime Week 2021, and throughout the week, really the maritime leaders really had the opportunity to discuss how we have changed through digitalization, decarbonization, and also talent development, which is why the theme for this year was New Frontier, Shifting Paradigms. And this really allowed the industry to evolve, to adapt new paradigm, deeper adoption of digital solution, and maritime decarbonization. And of course, emphasis to build up our maritime workforce.
Kenneth, Singapore's tiny compared with other maritime heavyweights, though we like to think we can punch above our weight. How can it play a bigger international role in digitalization and decarbonization?
Indeed, I think because Singapore has the transshipment hub status as well as bunkering hub, we are the ship registry and also an international maritime cluster. It acts as a very close and closely knitted and cohesive ecosystem that allows us to use digitalization and decarbonization to bring up greater relevance to the global maritime. So for instance, we actually have initiatives to minimize paper shipping documents and processes through digitalization. So you have the electronic bill of lading, which we launched. And we also have launched Digital Port SG to streamline port declaration processes. And we also even introduced telemedicine. Also, for the global seafarers, we actually have set up a Singapore Shipping Tripartite Alliance Resilient Fund, together with other international industry partners, to develop a crew safe audit program to establish safe and scalable corridor for crew change. That itself also involves the use and the trial of smart wearable devices. And I think that is very important. We also advocate like shore to ship interactions, using drone delivery and inspections using drones. So I think that's is also another showcase in which Singapore, even though we are small, we can play a very important role. And maybe I will just highlight this in this week. The maritime industry is actually looking at green fuel to power their ship. And 6 industry leaders representing their companies this week and government have put in 120 million fund to set up a decarbonization center that will collaborate with global maritime community to harmonize maritime green standards, implement ships, ports, green solutions, and also green financing as well. So there's a lot of exciting initiatives that we can actually bring, even though Singapore is small.
And so, Kenneth, just very quickly, as the sector continues to become more modern, how will MPA attract new talent?
Perhaps I'll also quickly use the ABC to explain to you. I think awareness as A is very important to raise the awareness of the importance of maritime to ensure port, ships, and goods continue to serve the world. And we also need our talent to love the ocean, which we draw upon for food, resources, and inspiration. B, I think, is important to build up an innovation ecosystem that has tremendous startup opportunities for our new talents to do very meaningful work that has a global impact in making maritime green in terms of decarbonization, safer, and more digitalization through AI analytics. And lastly, I think C is really about cultivating our next generation of maritime leaders. We are working with our industry leaders. We want to groom our next gen leaders too. And therefore, we are going to have our inaugural run of the Maritime Leadership Program, which we plan to roll out in the second half of this year.
Right, many thanks. Kenneth Lim, Assistant Chief Executive of Industry at the Maritime and Port Authority of Singapore.